Good morning, and good afternoon or evening. I don't know what time you're going to watch this, but it's morning here. It is about 7:41, 7:42-ish a.m. Of course, here in Poland, Ohio. I'm at work, and I wanted to show you this baby. This is the slot car body that's all done. It's ready to go. The only thing I got to do is I got to contact the gentleman that's purchasing it and double check his state. He doesn't have much info on his Facebook, so I usually try to put a plate of the state that the person's from, but I put a bunch of decals where they'd be stickers in real life on the windows. You can see them there. A lot of travel type stickers like back in the day. I remember being a kid and seeing those. There's some more, and there's a non-travel sticker there, but still, there's some other state type things. They're kind of hard to read, but hey, they're supposed to be old. But I got the, I'm going to clean some of the excess dirt off that window, and there's some on the other side. Yep. So there's our rust holes and our nasty tailgate. Yeah, so it's all done. I glued the cap on this morning. And the nice thing about doing slot car bodies is you don't gotta be real neat about things. You want a lot of glue. Because this, I usually crazy glue the windows in the corners. I use the non-fogging, the Bob Smith Industry stuff, even though it's the local hobby shop stuff, same thing. And I usually tack the corners, and then I hit the accelerator on it, and then I put the white glue basic basically testers, clear parts cement, that's what I'm looking for around there. But yeah, these are going to be played with, so yeah, you want them to be somewhat strong, because they're going to be picked up. Yeah, as you can see, that's not going nowhere. I can pick it up by the hood. And, they're going to be going flux down the track. They're going to get mounted to a chassis, and they get quite a bit of beating and abuse, so I got to make them to where they can take that. But yeah, that one's done. There's a couple little details I want to add, like the plates, and so I got to contact him here in a bit. And I may go back before I ship and, put some primer spots here or there, or touch up anything where it went through the plastic. But it's like 99.99999% done. So, yeah, I'll be contacting him here shortly. Show you some other projects I got going. You know me, I got a ton of projects going. This is for Kim's custom garage Merc tribute build. I figure I better start getting somewhere on this. Haven't decided on a final color yet. I got it in primer yesterday and got the skirts on it. Yeah, this camera really doesn't like to focus anymore. I don't know what its problem is. I think I'm going to be getting another phone/camera soon. I'm getting really ticked off at this piece of crap. But yeah, I got to do a couple little other details. I want to scribe out. Revell didn't really scribe this too well where the trunk lid is. They did okay across here, and they did okay across the bottom, but the sides, they kind of almost molded them, if it'll focus, into the fender. So I didn't bring my scriber tool to work yesterday, and I didn't bring it today. But I was going to do a little more wet sanding on this, and see where some of the glue squirted through. Just try to neaten this thing up a little bit more. But yeah, and I haven't decided on final color, which I'm probably not going to put on until I do the interior and muck up the chassis so I can get the ride height, because I'm going to be handling the body. Once I get it mocked up to where I like it, I'll go ahead and get some color. I got the flame mask for it, the masking kit. I'm going to go ahead and try that. That's why I used the smooth hood. It comes with a louvered hood, which is cool, but since I'm going to be doing the flames with those decals and all those louvers it has. I'm like, I do not want to try to get that masking to sit down over 1,000 louvers, because it more than likely won't. It'll bleed through. So, ta-da. Come on, focus better. Okay, but there's that one. And then, the one I'm doing for Nas, I have the MPC recent reissue of this. But I like this one better, honestly. It's got the clear headlight lenses. Now I gotta cut that pin off and make it look better. But other than that, it's got the clear headlight lenses where the MPC has the chrome. But I ordered this online on eBay, and it got a fairly decent price. It was wrapped. It was in a shrink wrap. And here it is. Now for a snap kit, don't let that deter you, because it does have separate engine, it has separate suspension, the interior is well detailed. There's a little bit, somewhere on this, a little bit of a tire burn, but I can sand that out. Now, of course, I'm not going to leave it in this blue. I bought the actual Santa Fe blue that they used back then. Bought it online in a big spray can. So this will get sanded and prepped and primered, and yeah, it'll get painted the right blue. The decals in this kit, now, there's no telling whether they're really going to work or not, but they look 100% mint. I mean, there's no yellowing, there's no silvering, there's none of that around it. So they look 100% perfect. So yes, I will use those. I hope. I hope they don't act up. What I like about this kit, though, the MPC chrome is chrome. It's that toyish bright chrome. Whereas this, they did a satin chrome on these kits these years. Now, like I said, these headlights, I'm going to cut the pin off, and I'll bare metal over that hole, and then I'll use white glue and put the lens in, and it'll give it a more realistic look. But the wheels, see, they're already a more realistic aluminum look. I'll probably put some black wash just so it goes down the edge of the rim and the edge of these holes and the lug nuts. And then the engine, of course, it wasn't chrome. I think it was aluminum and black, but I'll pick those details out. But I wanted to show you, for those that do not know, the difference between 1/24th and 1/25th scale. Everybody sees those numbers, and they see the 4 and the 5 and figure, oh, it's one bigger. What's the difference? Here's the difference. Okay, let me line that back edge of the trunk up, and that nose, rather. You could see the difference in 1/24th and 1/25th. On the top, the gray one, of course, is the 1/25th MPC. Kind of hard to hold it together, but yeah, you could definitely see a size difference. And being also that Nas has some 1/24th scale stuff in his die-cast in his collection, I figured this would be a little more appropriate. But I might build both of them, paint both of them at the same time. But yeah, it's actually a well-detailed kit for a snapper. It even says in the instructions, if you want to, you could cement the parts together, because it's basically, is a glue kit. I mean, of course, the exhaust is molded in, but I think, I didn't bring that part of it, the MPC kit with me, but I think the MPC kit is too. Or at least some of it is. But I think it's more appropriate. But yeah, I was really happy. I opened it up, and the glass was my fear. I'm like, okay, I hope the glass doesn't have a tire burn. The glass was sitting on top of the plastic that all these parts were in, and right next to a tire, but no tire on it or touching it. So the glass is perfect. So I took some of that plastic and wrapped the glass, and I put some of the small parts that had fallen off the sprues. I mean, the one taillight lens, being they're clear and have to be dyed red, clear red paint. The But one was like, oh my God, I can't find it. It was like somehow down inside the plastic in the bag and landed somewhere in the interior here. So I'm like, ooh, it's there. But one headlight lens had fallen off the sprue. The other one was about to. So I took some of the parts that were off the sprue and put them in the bag. And then I took some of the sprue and I cut it down to reduce the amount of space. But it's got the appropriate, Mopar steering wheel with those deep spokes. Before airbags. I think this is probably this is marked as a kit being released in 89, but on the plastic it says 1985 or 86 or something like that. The initial making of this kit. So that was before airbags were mandatory, but yeah, I may use different tires because some have the rainbow in them. Those old, but I got more of these at home. I know that don't have the rainbow. So plus I have other tires, but I mean it has, as you can see, it has a separate engine. I mean the belts aren't separate and stuff, but I could paint all that on and it's going to be tucked down in there. Nobody's going to notice that. So this is probably the one I'll use. Because, like I said, it is 1/24th. It'll relate better to the rest of his stuff. And it's well proportioned and all. I mean, I think it looks good. So, yep. But that came in yesterday. My replacement Suburban came in yesterday. I did that Suburban body. So the guy sent me the replacement kit. So now I could actually build a Suburban. And let's get off the camera mount here. And take a shop tour. Not much here today. In fact, not much on the schedule this week, but that could have changed since I left yesterday. I don't know. This truck here is, we're waiting on some parts for the air compressor. It's got an air system in it. One of our bigger customers. In fact, I worked on his trailer yesterday. Most of the afternoon. Didn't do much else. Yesterday was kind of dead, and most of this week is, well, it was kind of dead. I haven't gone up front to look at the schedule. This is yard sale stuff. My boss had me get off the loft up there. Stuff he's taking to his yard sale he's having this weekend, and I'm supposed to take some of my junk down there. So when I get home tonight, last night I cut grass and then ate dinner and played with some models, and that was about it. But tonight I think I'm going to go through some of my yard sale stuff. Like the Christmas lights and all that stuff. I got a bunch of Christmas crap. So I'm going to go through it and see what works and what doesn't and mark it as such. And then I'll, put some price tags on everything and, I'll take it down and bring it to work and, they could sell at their yard sale. But yeah, this truck ain't getting much. And excuse me, that's his junk. But I got a bunch of junk at home. I mean, I got like tons of it. But yeah, there's not much going on today here at all. So far. That could change. That's the thing about this place. Like it could change in a heartbeat. We do a lot of fleet work, and sometimes these companies will drop stuff off out of the blue and, hey, get this done. Oh, okay. As long as we have the stuff, that is. As long as it's here. But, yeah, that's it. So now it is 7:55-ish. Yeah, I'm going to put this stuff away, message this gentleman on the Ford pickup, and I'll get paid, and I'll get a license state form, and I'll put a plate on it tonight and box it up and ship it out either this evening or in the morning. Oh, it depends on when he pays, of course. And this I'll do a little bit more wet sanding on, and that's about all I can do on that. And I might start prepping that body. Like I said, the paint came in, so, and I think the decals only cover these stripes and these. They don't cover the silver down here, so I'll have to paint the silver down there. But I think this is the better choice of the two. The MPC one's nice, but I just think that one just, being 1/24th is more appropriate. But yeah, that's about it. Another wonderful day. Oh, these are the casters that came with my new tool chest that were, intended to be used, but were too tall. I mean, they're really sort of cheap. I can't believe those ones I got for it were $13 for 4 of them with a lifetime warranty, and you could feel the build quality compared to these. And then these are the feet that it came with. The optional feet I could have put on. But even they feel kind of, I don't know. See? They're not like soft suction cup rubbery to where they would grip the floor real nice. They would, every time I pull the drawer or push the drawer, the thing would slide. Carpeting or something, they'd be great. On a carpeted floor, they'd stay just fine. But on a hard floor, they're going to suck. But I left these here. I figured we could, hell, I could probably sell these at the yard sale or leave them here for some project we might come up with. Who knows? But hey, it's been 15 minutes, and that's enough of my jabber-jawing. My lunch of champions here. And yeah, that's it. So hey, thanks for watching and tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, share, whatever. I'm an easy person to get along with. And I'm going to go play with this stuff and go look at the schedule and see what my day holds. So talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.